Welcome to the D&D 5.5e Tournament of Subclasses. This fight will be between the Moon Druid and the Celestial Warlock. First, here is the Moon Druid, and next will be the Celestial Warlock. The Moon Druid has cast Find Familiar and Aid on itself beforehand because that's allowed for spells with the duration of 8 hours or more. The Warlock wins the initiative and will use its first turn to cast Darkness on itself. The Moon Druid will wild shape into a lion, get 9 temporary hit points, and close with the Warlock. Now, normally he'd have disadvantage because of the darkness, but the lion has Pack Tactics, so Find Familiar cancels out that disadvantage, and one of those attacks hits for 7 points of damage, and the Warlock succeeds his concentration check. The Warlock casts Hellish Rebuke as a reaction, and the Druid fails the saving throw, taking 11 points of damage. The Warlock now casts Eldritch Blast, hitting the Druid for 7 points of damage, and his bonus action Healing Light heals him for 3. Moon Druid is going to move in for 2 more rend attacks, hitting the first one, doing 11 points of damage, but the Warlock succeeds his concentration check. Then he hits again with a 15, doing 9 points of damage, but concentration's still up. Wanting the Moon Druid to actually suffer from the darkness, the Warlock is going to target the Familiar, and with advantage, hits the Familiar and destroys him. He also uses bonus action Healing Light again, using all the remaining of his dice. Back at 15 health, the Moon Druid moves in and has to make attacks with disadvantage, missing the first one, as well as the second. It is the Warlock's turn. I'm going to go for Eldritch Blast again. With advantage, we hit and deal 11 points of damage, thanks to Savage Attacker letting us reroll that 3. Moon Druid attacks with disadvantage and hits the Warlock for 8 points of damage. The Warlock is going to have to roll a concentration check, and he succeeds. Second attack with disadvantage is going to be a miss for the Druid. The Warlock moves away and uses a bonus action to take a healing potion, healing back 10 health, and making an Eldritch Blast attack and hitting the Moon Druid for 9 points of damage. The Moon Druid is going to bonus action shift into a brown bear and use a claw attack with disadvantage. The claw hits for 5 points of damage, and the Warlock fails his concentration check, dropping darkness and falling prone from the claw. Moon Druid hits, dealing 7 points of damage to the Warlock, who's going to stand back up on his turn and try to make an Eldritch Blast attack with disadvantage, but misses the Druid. The Druid misses his claw attack, but gets a natural 20 on his bite attack. The Moon Druid rolls maximum damage, dealing 19 points, absolutely obliterating the Warlock. So, winner circle the Moon Druid, go for prediction off on this one. Record's 1-1 though, not too bad.